This is actually easier to do up here. So front cover lifts up. This is where those 4 wires go. 1, 2, 3, and you see ground there. Ground, nice and green. We got a brown, we got a blue, we got a black. Now if we come to the cover over here on this side, green goes to green, black goes to brown, which means that's hot. White goes to blue. Yeah, so that's how that goes. I'm not sure. Like, it's got to run up. I thought maybe through the bottom, like right in here, but there's nothing. There's like nowhere for it to go in there. And nothing on the side. I mean, I could potentially open the back of it. There's a little reset button there that you activate with this. Very secure. So I don't rightly know did some asking around. I haven't seen or heard anybody saying you can't run 2. So we'll drop another one down, come all the way over to here. I need power to this and a shutoff, like a disconnect needs to be available. If I can put that inside, we'll run another one. I was going to say up along the top, but we can't because that window's too close. And we could go in the middle, but then that window's in the way, and that window's in the way. So we'll come under this window and go along about a foot and a half higher than that one. That's how we'll do that. So that's a cable clamp. So the cable will run under there, but I don't know where it goes from there. Grab. So again, wires connect here, go through this clamp, and then I guess we just feed them down. I'm assuming through that hole right there, and out the punch out on the side here. I'm assuming that's how we do that. So I'm going to hook those up. And we'll see what we can do with them through there. And probably going to want 2 hands for this. Sorry, you're not missing anything. Brief progress update. We have some insulation because this guy should be getting set up sometime next week, early next week, Monday, I'm hoping. I got to call the guy tomorrow and see. We'll be home Monday because we are changing our work schedule for the winter, even though it's like 80 degrees right now. So there's a little tiny bit left right there, but that's $40 worth. And it comes in a roll, just like that. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, call that 4. So, well, it's 40 square feet. So $1 a foot, about 2. It's 15 inches wide to fit in between the stud bays, and it's 32 feet long. So what is that? That'll do 4 bays. So $10 a bay to insulate. I wanted to at least get this much done. I need to pick up 1 sheet of drywall, put it up there so I can cut it out, get that, and then we can hang that back up on the wall and not have to take it down when it comes time to put the drywall up. So that's what's happening there. In this little box, I have got a single and some more outlets. The single is going to go over here. I'm not 100% sure where yet. I might put in a thing, glue it to the wall, and nail this over here. So we can do that for our internet and not have it all hanging and dangling out of the wall. I know there's a lot of slack there, but we're going to pull that back through that way to get it into the house. We'll have to get a coupler and a couple longer cables to do that. Not a big deal, but I don't need 30 extra feet over here. So, and then we'll put the modem router over here somewhere. If I was thinking ahead, we could have run a line up and put it like right in the middle. But I wasn't thinking ahead. Not for that. I mean, we could still do it. I just don't know that I want to. Should have wore long sleeves. Oh, I'm all itchy. Yeah. I mean, that's that. I don't need to do that roll right now. I probably won't. I don't know where I would start if I did. Probably the ceiling, because the ceiling needs it more than the walls right now, because that's where all of our heat loss is going. But if that'll do 4 8-foots and we've got 11 feet, it'll not quite do 3. So I could finish that little piece, or I could do the next 2 and then, you know, do that 4 feet and then those 2 and then half of another one, or save that half and do above the door or somewhere. Maybe that's what we'll do. But if you consider 32 feet, it's $40. So that's going to be 1, 2, that's 40. 1, 2, 80, 120, 150, 1, 2, 190. Wait, 190. 1, 2, 40. 1, 2, 80, 20, 60. God, it's been a long week. So it's going to be $200 to finish the ceiling ish. And then obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, another 160 plus that's going to be one. That's going to be one. So another $200 to do that wall. And then this wall and that wall, another 80. So we're looking at $600-700 to insulate the whole thing, which is I mean, since they didn't, I don't know why I would need to, but I want to not have that heater running all the damn time, and the AC. Here's the thing. I think we've talked about this. When it comes to like being cold, I keep my house cold because I bought a sweater. I paid for that sweater one time. I get to use it as many times as I want till it falls apart. Every time my furnace turns on, I have to pay for that. Maybe I'm a cheapskate. Maybe I'm tight. Maybe I'm thrifty. Maybe I'm smart. Maybe it's none of the above. Maybe it's all of the above. All I know is I pay for this one time. As long as it's on that wall, it's working. Got a little tiny gap right there, right next to that window. Yeah, pay for this once. It works all the time. Pay for the heater once every time it turns on. So I will put up a little more up front to keep me from spending more over the long term. I just think that makes sense. I'm looking at that wall and I'm thinking, if I drywall that, I'll have to paint it. But I still have some of this left, which is a 1/2 inch. That one's not. That one is. Well, that's 3/4. I need 1/2. So that. I'm just thinking I could do something a little different. But I don't know. Got some wasps hanging out by that window. I need to get a fly swatter out here. Because last thing I need is more wasps up there. I need to finish filling those holes in. Which is why I was saving that. I was going to do that when I got the gable vents, but I haven't got them yet. I should probably boost that up on the priorities list. So, did some research. This needs to be above the snow line. And if it gets covered, you need to come and clean it off before it runs. This does have like a heater built into it to keep it from freezing. So that's great. Did not come with those mounts like we talked about. Went and looked for some specifically from BHI. Couldn't find any. I was going to get some from Lowe's. The earliest Lowe's could have them to me was like the end of the week next week. So I hate Amazoning stuff, but I did Amazon that and a couple other things that I needed to get, like the cover for that. You don't have to use a double gang for that, by the way. That's what I had, so that's what I used, and it's fine. I mean, if I was really like, I could do like that, but that's just stupid. So we're not going to do that. So got the plate for that, got the wall brackets for that. The other thing, they make they call it a roto zip or a roto cut or a plunge cut tool that you can use to cut out the boxes or the drywall for your boxes. It's like a drill that goes straight in, but the tip of the bit isn't sharp. The flutes are. So it goes into the hole, and then you move around till you bump up to find the edge of the box, and then you just follow it, and it cuts out your shape. I thought one of those would be real nice to have for the 10 or 12 boxes I got in here that I need to do. But the tool was like $50, and it didn't come with any bits. And, you know, I don't want to say that money is no object, but money is an object, believe it or not. So I did some searching, and I thought, well, surely I've got this oscillating saw. Surely there's a clever trick, a life hack, a 5-minute hack, craft, whatever thing. Way to go, dummy. Something, right, that I can do to use the tool I've got to make this work better. It's not cold enough for you to be this drunk, buddy. There you go. Oh my God. But what I found, there we go. I found this little kit that had some saw blades for the oscillating saw. And they're square. And they go in and around your boxes. You put it on the saw, and you just press. It goes straight in, comes out, cuts the hole. So I ordered those because the set for a double gang and a single was $20. And I don't have to have a separate tool. I don't have to buy separate bits. You're killing me, buddy. You're killing me. So anyway, we'll see how those work when they all get here. Of course, nothing's showing up at the same time, so that's all right. That's all right. This is done enough. We'll get a piece of drywall, come down 4 feet, come over 8. So it's going to put us right about the middle of this window. We'll cut that out, attach it. We'll put the bracket back up on the wall. I do need to get behind there and drill a hole. That's not going to be too tough to do. It's over here somewhere. We can just pop this off, drill the hole, staple it back up. Yeah. It'll be fine. I just don't know. These need to go through it. And the condensate line needs to go through it. So it needs to be about that big. I don't have anything that'll cut a hole that big. Says number 2, so I'm going to guess, well, it says number 4 there too. How big is that hole? I don't have anything that'll cut a hole that big in a wall that thick. They make like a coring bit, I think it's called. Yeah, 2 1/4. So I'm gonna, when I call the HVAC guy tomorrow, I'll see what he's got, and if we can use what he's got, we'll be fine. I did consider putting it back over here, but I just think over there is going to be better. We do need to run a line for a disconnect. That's okay. So, yeah. Anyway, I think that's all I'm going to do today. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself over there. Yeah, should be good. We'll be back next time with another update. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday, 6:30 maybe, and you may notice this is bent. There's some leavings screwed to the wall. Met the electrician here about 4 o'clock. Oh, look at that. We got a breaker. Not only that, ladies and gentlemen, we got lights. And just to prove, there's the extension cord. Got a piece of drywall up. Covered a lot more of the wall than I thought it would. Talked to him about our unit. Our AC unit should be good there. Oop. That was a bad idea, leaving that in there. But I have wired in these and those. So let's see how bad I screwed it up. Where is something? Look at that. We got power. That's nice. Well, no, this one can stay on. I'm done with this wall. Well, I got to cover that, but that's easy. I'm not going to turn this wall on because that's hot. That's hot. It's hot coming out of that box when I turn the breaker on. So that means tomorrow, if I have time, because I have to go to work tomorrow for like 4 hours, we have a box back there I need to hook up. That one needs some outlets. I can run 2 bits of Romex through one hole, so we'll run another one from a third breaker down over into these. I'm going to have to pull some of this insulation off because I do need a disconnect for this. It can be on the outside. It can be this wire. So we'll run a third one down over. I think we talked about coming a little higher. We'll drop it down and out. Need to get my step stool out and finish doing this. And I have the wrong screws for my drywall. My drywall screws down in that little thing are all 1 inch, and they really should be 1 5/8. At least 1 1/2. So I'll need to get some more of those. Hi, Felix. You're going to the vet Monday. Getting a little snip, sir. Because you need it. Yeah, that's come on. This makes me feel good about this project and how it's moving along. I'm not as I didn't measure out enough of that as I should have, but talking to him, our 8 gauge wire, this will run 50 amps at the most at one time out here, talking to him about what I'm running and doing. So we're probably going to be running no more than 20, 25 at a time, which is great. So that even if I'm running like everything, probably won't even hit 35 or 40. So we're good. That box on the outside of the house has our breaker in it. You saw that. Because this one is on the inside, it does not need its own shutoff. If this box were on the outside, like the one at the house is, it would need an external shutoff. So we avoided having to have that installed. I do need to caulk or silicone or something along the outside of that. The outside of that, got this hooked up, and unfortunately, I had to drill a hole in the side of the box to make that fit. And the cable doesn't snap in to this connector very well. It comes loose. I don't know if that's because I had it in that tape for so long. So I'll pull this out tomorrow, unscrew it, take it out, make sure everything's sitting, looking okay. That means I can go back to the house. I can pull all this excess through. We can get internet hooked up out here relatively soon. And now that I've got power and that, this not super concerned about. They're going to try and come out Monday, and we'll work on this. Put that back. And yeah, it's a small unit. So talking to the guy, he's like, nope, this will absolutely run on a single. You don't need 240 for this. Go on. Yeah, so everything's over but the crying, and that's gonna start soon. No, so yeah, we're doing pretty good. I'm feeling good about it. Had a real quick walkthrough on how to wire up breakers. I'm feeling good about. I mean, that one worked. No sparks, no fire. It's not super pretty in the box. I will just be more aware moving forward to make them pretty in the box. So yeah, I'm feeling good about this project. It took us about 2 hours. I was assisting. I did not force my assistance onto the electrician. He asked for some assistance just so he didn't have to put in any overtime today, which I totally understand and totally am fine with trying to help my brother out. I don't like doing overtime either, especially because I don't get paid overtime. So, like I said, I have to work a few hours tomorrow. So, goal tomorrow and Sunday is to finish the electrical. Need to get another setup for another box that's going to go on the outside of the wall over here. For that. Got the brackets for that. Actually, I should probably grab those so I don't forget them. I can put away my extension cord, guys. I'm so happy. I'm just staying here for now. Yeah, this thing's heavy. I mean, it's still one hand, but Jeez Louise. Is there a poundage on there? Sometimes there is. No? Okay. Well, it's... I don't know. A few. More than I thought it was going to be. I went to pick it up off the porch and was like, oh God. Felix, if you break my lights, I'm going to be angry at you. I like those lights. Don't break my lights. Don't break my lights. You know what the best part about you having to go to the vet is? I can't feed you Sunday night. It's gonna be wonderful. Yeah, see? See, look. This one's coming apart. Damn cat. That darn cat. They've got these real crummy little hooks that just kind of half press in. I might take those off and see if I can run a bit of wire or cable through them. But yeah, I like these. They look nice in my tree when it's a warm summer's night. And they're glass, so I don't want them to break. There, see? Isn't it nice? It's very nice. I like it. I think it's nice. Okay, so I'm going to leave everything as is. These are on. Those are not. That is on, but lights are turned off. I love it. I'm very excited. Look what I have created. I have made fire. Actually, did I leave the... I don't think I did. I thought I had the lock for the shed in my pocket, but it must be hanging on the shed. Okay. Off. Put you over there. I'll roll up that extension cord. I'm going to go inside and have some dinner. Because I had lunch early. Because I was supposed to be meeting with a family today who pushed their appointment back 3 times to the point where I can't meet them. Well, couldn't meet them at all today. Right, Lucy? Right, Lucy? Oh, Lucy, Lucy. Hi, porch. So, needless to say, it's probably been like 8 or 9 hours, and I'm a little hungry. Right, porch cat? Good look at your ear there. All right. Well, folks, I don't know how many parts this latest update is going to be, but it's done. And whence next we meet, I'll have some more outlets, etc. Thank you all. Appreciate it. See you then. I gotta get some more dirt too. Remind me to get dirt. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday morning. And we got outlets. We got power. Boxes all set up, ready to go. Got some extra breakers. Can't really do much with those. These are a couple of 15s. That's our double 50 that we thought we were going to need for the heating unit that we don't need anymore. Yeah, we are all set up and ready to go. So what I am going to do for the rest of the morning, I think our clock may still be in the window there. I'm going to clean up, going to vacuum all around all the everything. take all the trash, put it away. I need to find a masonry bit for some screws to mount the brackets for that thing. So we'll work on that. And I still have yet to climb up and fill those couple of little holes up there. I think conduit ran out of there once, probably, by the look of it. That's not going to be a joy to do with the insulation there. I may do it from the outside. I don't know. What I could do is just go get some blank cover plates and just screw them up. That would work just fine. More to keep out bugs than anything else. Because we had a lot of flies in here the other day. Well, yeah. Once I get kind of started cleaning up and a little more organized, we'll put that last roll of insulation in. And I think we'll do it in the ceiling. And then we can actually kind of set this up and make it a slightly usable space. We're not going to do any carpet. We're not going to do anything big. Carpet should be the first thing you pick, but the last thing you do. Flooring, anyway. Not just, but we're doing carpet. Reason being, there's 1,000 options for what you can do for flooring. There's 1,000,000 options for what you can do for walls. You know, paint, wallpaper, paneling, all that kind of stuff. So get your walls and your ceiling and everything else to go with your flooring. Get all of those up so when you put your flooring down, like, you don't want to have brand new carpet and then start mudding your drywall. That's bad. Because you will drop some and you will make a mess. You'll have to clean it. If you don't do that first, then you don't have to worry about it so much. So that's the plan today. I'm going to start somewhere. I don't know where. Don't need the brooms anymore. Probably put those away. Just kind of pick everything up, get it organized, and go take it to the shed. Oh, yeah. Found a extra microphone. Didn't know I had. I don't remember buying a Nady CM90. I've got a couple of Stag mics like this, and I've got a bunch of Samsons. I don't remember. And that one may not have even been used. To take that in, hook it up, and try it. See how it sounds. Next bigger project. Next thing we'll need to do is track down a router. Go back to that end of the house, pull all that slack through, and then figure out how we're gonna finagle that. Ooh, excuse me, a little shiver. Shouldn't be too bad. I'll have to probably go under the house over there to run the wire, and that, not looking forward to that. It's gross under my house. And might need to buy some more cable. Because where I kind of want to put the modem in the house is slightly more centralized. Right about under that window there. That would be the best place for it. For practical use in the home, anyway. So, that's the plan for today. It's going to be great. And then when that's all said and done, we'll start positioning things, and we'll leave kind of that back corner open because we're going to need to get back there to hang stuff up, and I need to... Situation. So you follow that line top of the drywall, we get a bigger gap as we go this way. But if we follow down here, it's a lot more straight with the window than it is the ceiling, so I need to raise this end, get it more level with the ceiling. The window I don't care about. This piece is going to be gone. There's going to be another piece under it. That's fine. And we can adjust the bottom to match the middle. So when we put our baseboard in, if we have a gap, and we will, you always do, we'll use that gap to cover, or our baseboard to cover that gap. But I can't do that till I get some longer screws. Well, I've got to go to work for a couple, 3 or 4 hours today probably. So I will get those probably on my way back. Do want to show you. You can go and buy this fancy schmancy DeWalt screw gun made just for putting up drywall. I don't know how expensive it is. Probably fairly. I use one of these. This is a bit, obviously. Fits your average drywall screw, your number 2 Phillips. Just like these. So this cup stops. It doesn't let you drive the screw too far into the drywall or not far enough. Most of the time. Kind of depends on what you're screwing into. So like this one, that's fine. I can mud right over the top of that. This one, fine. This one, fine. This one, it's a little high. I think I may have actually hit a screw or a knot. That one's a little high. That one's fine. See, this one was the first one I put in. Went in way too far because it had the whole weight of the sheet on top of it. It not a big deal. I don't know if we're going to paint. If I'm going to paint, then of course we'll mud everything. In the studio, the office currently in the house, I've got some carpet squares up on the wall behind my computer to kind of just give it a little less reflective ability when it comes to sound. And I may just do something like that on the walls out here. I may go and just buy a whole roll and do the whole thing. I don't know. I don't know yet. Except all of that will depend on what we do with the floor and how I adjust going forward from there. Yeah, see, this is 1/2 inch. These are 1 inch. They should be 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches at the absolute most. That's what I thought I had, and it was not what I had. That's okay. Anyway, I'm tired of talking to you. I'm gonna turn some music on and get busy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've cleaned up a little bit. Got some more insulation installed. Had enough left to do this little bay under the window and have 16 inches to spare. So, yeah. It's just about time for me to head to work. So I'm going to do that. Yeah. Feeling pretty good about it. Did get the remote for the heater hung. I thought it had a thermostat on it, like a room thermostat, but it's just the thermostat for the actual unit. And I'm still thinking I should have looked. Yep, there's our clock. It's 51 in that window. Oh, and I remembered to put on long sleeves for the insulation this time, because getting fiberglass in your arms, it's no fun, man. Don't do it. What's left to do? Okay, with electrical, we need to run one more line. And because our unit is so small, which unfortunately, that is what she said. And I know that's there. It'll be fine. We need to run one more line out. and along over to this wall to get power out there. Really should have done it before I started insulating, but you know, it's okay. We can fish it around. Or, you know, it could go on that side, but that's going to put it closer to traffic, and I don't want that. So we'll figure it out, dude. I mean, I could get up there and just kind of crawl and fish a line that way. That wouldn't be terrible. When we are ready, after I get back from work, etc., yeah, we'll start scooting some stuff around. These outlets are fine. We were running the battery charger off of that one. Ran the vacuum off of this wall. This is one breaker. That's one breaker. Ran the staple gun off of that one. Everybody's happy. Everybody's free. It's a good time to be alive, etc., etc. So, yeah. Just going to pack up, get myself changed into something a little more presentable than my Dirty Badger Band official merchandise t-shirt. Get yours today. And we'll be back. You know how nice it is to not have to wind up an extension cord every time I want to leave? It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite things. The shed, though. Oh, that shed's a disaster now. Just been kind of throwing everything in there. Oh, this will go in there too. You know what? Let's wait till I can manage that a little better. Because one of those feet keeps banging up against my shin and it hurts. It's not pleasant. Okay. See y'all later.